Samsung, proud sponsor of TechBusters.
So, Toby, what did you think of Demo Africa? I know this is your second one. You've been a judge as well. And out of all of the exhibitions and all of the tech stuff that happens in the tech world, this is the one that you look most forward to.
Yeah, I do, because I think some of the best things going on in Africa are displayed there. And Demo has a very proud tradition internationally. It started in the States. It's where companies like Palm and TiVo and 3Com have launched themselves. And this year there were some very mature companies that I saw. You know, for instance, there was a South African company called S-Stream. Julian van Plato, who works on it, I dragged him in as the cameraman for a lot of that insert. That's
thanks, Julian.
The quality's so good. Yes, thanks, Julian. And one of the things that really struck me, I mean, S-Stream has significant partners, MTN, the Samas. They do a really lot of good stuff, and yet there they are looking for funding. But it's because that's exactly what Demo's for. It's to take the next step. And there were a lot of very impressive things. But I see in your hand you are holding your latest plaything. And it is the Sony Xperia C. It
is indeed, and what a fantastic little device. I mean, you look at the quality, and I'm loving the stuff that Sony is bringing out at the moment. But here's a device which is, it's not really a phablet because it's not as big as a phablet, but you know, it's a nice sizable device. It's a budget size device, and when I say a budget with great quality and great specs. But the great thing about this device is that it's a dual SIM device. So, and it addresses exactly the kinds of issues that people have in Africa where they've got multi-SIMs. Here you can put a SIM that uses just the data of the device, and you can have, well, the one SIM is a 3G, the other one's an Edge SIM, so you can use the one to make calls and get the SMSs and everything. But here's a device that's coming in under 4,000 Rand, that's really quality and is really nicely spec'd, and it's a beautifully designed device as well. What do you think of it?
Oh, I'm very impressed with it. It has the same styling of the Z1,
yes.
Except it's got a plastic casing instead of stainless steel. It's still got the steel inlays on the side, but it's just a very good, solid, mid-range phone that you really get your money's worth. And I noticed that you've been playing with it in conjunction with the Smartwatch.
Yeah, so I've been playing it with the Smartwatch, and this Smartwatch is really nice. This is the Sony Smartwatch. You basically download the apps on the device on your smartphone, and then you choose which apps you want on your watch. And you can have email, you've got Twitter, you've got a whole series of specific apps that are specifically designed to work with a watch. And you and I are in two minds about it, but I think that there is something liberating about being able to read an email from your watch without having to take this device out and just read your basic stuff. So really it's more of a consumption device than anything else. It doesn't have the camera and the microphone like the Samsung Gear has, but still, it's quite functional, and I like the fact that it's got a lovely watch. And it's quite stylish as well, because you're a watchman, you know your watch, your watches. I think that the styling of these watches are quite nice, but I'm still in two minds about the functionality. I mean, this is all first generation stuff, eh, Toby?
Are you finding that you're reading SMSs and texts and tweets on the watch?
I am.
I mean, that's its primary function.
Absolutely.
Would you say?
But I think where this game is going to change is that when you're able to respond, when you're able to say, respond to Toby's SMS, and your voice has been able to dictate what you want to say, and this has been able to read it accurately and send it. And if this had a heart rate monitor, for example, if this could read my pulse and all those kind of things, then it's a game changer. But
if it could read your mind, I would find that very useful.
There's nothing that can read my mind in this world. But certainly lots of them coming out. I mean, you've heard now that Android's working on one as well. Yeah. I mean, Google is working on one. So everybody's working on a smartwatch.
Well, I know you told me not to, but I am still loving this great little device, which is the Xperia Z.
You're having a bromance tablet with this device.
I'm totally, dude. I've ditched you for a slab of glass. How does it feel? And the thing that I do more than anything else is read on it. I'm not using it as a phone. I'm using it as a phablet. I'm using it as a reading device. It fits perfectly in my hand. This is an article. Actually, this is the joys of Yiddish. And I find the Kindle software great.
Yes.
I'm reading a lot of, Flipboard is fantastic. It looks It's just a great, it's a handheld device.
So this has replaced your tablet?
It's temporarily replaced my iPad.
Until the iPad Air arrives.
Let's see what the next one comes. And I'm going to start a long-term review of the Note 3 soon and try it. But I mean, it's hard to beat something like that. I mean, just look how sexy that is. Slim, sexy, you know.
I just love it when you use the word sexy and tablet
Just
together. It's so
sexy and slim, just like you.
Well, all good things must come to an end, and that's where we'll leave it this week before this gets completely out of hand. But let us know your comments and your questions. The email address for the show is techbusters@abn360.com. We'd love to hear from you, what apps you're using and all those kind of things.
And we're on Twitter too. I'm at Shapshak. He's at Aki Anastasiou. This is at CNBC #TechBusters.
Goodbye. Thanks for joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen, lovely to see you. Hope the producer doesn't get into any more trouble after this episode. Bye.